Good morning students, welcome to your SST class. Today we are going to study about our second chapter of geography, that is the globe, latitude and longitude. So in the previous of your classes we have read out that our earth is not in a sphere form. It is slightly flattened from the top of surface. Means earth is not like in this shape. Means it is slightly flattened from this side, from this and from this side. So normally the earth has a geoid shape. Geoid shape means like you are having your orange at your home. And now in days you have also seen that oranges at your home. So what is that like that? It is slightly flattened from top and slightly flattened from the bottom also. So like that earth is having that shape. So earth shape is like a geoid shape. Today we are going to study about the globe. So first of all, what is globe? Look, there is earth is so much big. Means it is so big. So it is not possible that we can mark all those particular points on a piece of paper or on a particular set. So we uses the globe. Globe means it is a true model or it is a miniature form of earth. Means it is same as the earth. Almost it is the same as the earth. Means it will be holding into two pins that have been known as axis. Means you are looking at your picture also, it is holded from this side and holding from this side also. In your picture at your home, we have seen in our schools also here. So it is just holded. So these 2 points or these 2 pins have been known as axis. Axis means it is an imaginary line through which our earth or through which our globe is rotating. Okay, so in generally if we look out that in the real life there is no such kind of holding pins are there. Got it? There is only an imaginary line we are considering that around which our earth is rotating. So globe is, for what purposes we are using the globe? Look, we are just using the globe just to mention all our continents, all our oceans, all our countries, all over the states, throughout all around the world in at a particular or in a proper shape and in their proper distances. So globe is just used to study about all the world. Means if we want to locate any point on the earth, then we can utilize or we can use this globe. With the help of globe, we can come to know that where that country is or where that continent is lying. So to locate any point, to study about the globe, first we come to know that what does it means for the latitude and longitude. Means we require these 2 points necessary. Means we require an intersection point where that point is meeting or where that the lines are crossing. For those we are using these terms latitudes and longitudes. Got it, beta? So these are the 2 lines, these are the 2 points which are normally known as that intersection point, where we can find out or where we can go for where we can locate any of our point. So for that example, what are the latitude? Latitudes means all those lines which are parallel to our earth's surface. Means suppose this is our earth and the parallel lines which is parallel to our earth's surface means these all lines. Such kind of lines are known as latitudes. So all these lines are known as latitude. One parallel of latitude which is just dividing earth into 2 equal halves. That latitude is known as equator. This one is the equator. Means this equator will divide our earth into two equal halves. That is northern half, second is southern half. Why this is northern half and this is southern half? Because this half is just lying in the north of our this equator and this is lying in the south of our equator. So all these parallel lines which are parallel to the equator or which are parallel to the earth's surface, they have been known as parallels of latitude. Got it, beta? Now, how we can locate, how we can do these things means this is the middle portion of this is an imaginary line which is just passing through the our earth surface and which divides the earth into two equal halves. It has a value of 0 degree. Means we are noting any point like this. This is known as degree. Got it? This degree is further divided into minute. And minutes have been divided into seconds. Got it? This will come to know that how these classification or how these dividification have been done. So these two halves have been considered. Got it, beta? Now all these parallels of latitudes are equal to this equator and they are known as parallel of latitude. Now this equator has a value of 0 degree. So when we are moving from this pole, this is the north pole. This is our south pole. Here. This we all know that there are the two poles for our earth surface. That is on the top of side it is the north pole. On the bottom of our earth that is the south pole. So what we are looking at, we are having these poles. When we are moving from equator to the north pole or from equator to the south pole, all these parallels of latitude has their own values. Means these halves have been just divided into 1/4 of 360 degree. Means that is 9 degree. Means when we are moving from 0 degree to north pole, it value ranges from the 0 to 90 degree. How these values will be ranging from? Look, this is a 0 degree. Suppose this will be 10 degree, 20 degree. Sorry, like this. 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree, up to here it will become 90 degree here. So these all have been measured into up to from 1 degree to 90 degree. So in northern half there are the total 99 lines of parallels of latitude are there, and in southern half there will be also the 90 parallel lines of latitudes are there. So total parallels of latitude are there, that is the 180. Means total we are having 180 parallels of latitude excluding equator. Got it, beta? So now what will happen when we can go these lines? These all have been dividing. So for that we have also one calculation. Means in 360 degree how we can calculate. So 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes. One degree will be equal to 4 minutes. Its value are ranging from 0 to 90 degree. So these we are having that on total number of parallels of latitude are there. Those are 180 degree. Suppose that for example we have given that Chandrapur in Maharashtra that is situated in the 20 degree north, and in Belo Horizonte in Brazil that is situated in the 20 degree of south. They both are located on the same parallels of latitude. Means you don't know where on this line they have been located or where on this 20 degree line they have been located, but still they have been the same parallels of latitude. That is in the another half, that is in northern and one is in southern half. Why we are noting with the southern and northern half? Because if we will not do these, then they might be coincide with each other. That's why we are just noting in the northern half and in the southern of our half. Got it? So these are the parallels of latitude. So in the next video you will see that what are the parallels of longitudes. Before that we are going to study that there are some parallels of latitude are there. Which are those? There are the 4 major parallels of latitudes are there. Means which are those? One is Tropic of Cancer, which is having a value of 23.5 degree north. Another is Tropic of Capricorn, which is having a value of 23.5 degree south. Third one is Antarctic Circle, that is having a value of 66.5 degree south. And fourth one is Arctic Circle, that is having a value of 66.5 degree north. So these 4 are the major parallels of latitude of our earth surface. Now we are also having some heat zones of our earth surface. Heat zones means, suppose that if we are having suppose this, okay, we are having the sun on this side. Okay. Now that when the earth is just facing to this side, then we also know that due to the rotation of our earth, we are causing the day and night. Due to the revolution of our earth, we are causing the seasons or the years have been changed. Suppose that this is the sun. Whatever. So the area which is just facing the sun, or when the sun rays are just directly falling on it, this area or this region is receiving the more number of sunlight. Means this area receives the more number of heat. Got it, beta? So what this is known as? This is known as the torrid zone. What this will be known as? Torrid zone. Why torrid zone? Because this receives the maximum number of heat. Means this will receive the maximum number of heat from our sun. The area with this torrid zone is just coinciding, or this is the line between the Tropic of Cancer and between the Tropic of Capricorn. Means this whole region is known as torrid zone. Got it? Now sun rays are also falling such like this. Means on these regions, which the region which is confined or which is formed by the Arctic Circle and Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. So this region receives the less amount of heat. So this region is known, these both regions is known as temperate zone. Why? Because this area or this region receives the less number of heat, less number of sunlights are fall on this region. Got it? Now, as soon as we are just going towards our zone, means when we are just passing towards, when we are going towards the pole side of our earth surface, then the sun rays are just have to travel a long distance due to the slanting. Means like this they have to travel. So due to this, what will happen? The area will receive much more less, or which will receive the less and less amount of heat. That's why these regions have been termed as frigid zone. Means this is known as frigid zone and this is known as frigid zone. Got it, beta? So these are the three major zones of our earth surface or aura of our earth. First is the torrid zone, which is the maximum amount of heat. Second is this area, and this torrid zone is just coinciding, or it is just lying between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Second reason is temperate zone, which receives the less amount of heat, that is coinciding between the Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. And third reason is the frigid zone, which is just lying on the north poles, on the north pole and the south pole, which is known as, why that is known as frigid zone? Because that receives a much more less amount of heat due to the slanting sun rays falling on it. So this is all about our latitudes and the heat zones of our earth surface. In the next video we will see about the longitudes and how to locate our any point. Thank you, beta. Thank you so much.